Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're looking at a bit of a cheese strat, a bit of a troll strat, and I've dubbed it the Cuman Tati Rush. So as I'm sure you can imagine, it is very all-in. It includes archers from quite a few ranges. So obviously with the Cumans we can take advantage of their new Civ bonus, which means that their archery ranges are only costing 75 wood instead of 175, so massive savings there. And it's very strong strategy. I've used it a few times on the rank ladder, won every game, and one of the games was actually really salty, so like a salty reaction from the opponent. I'll talk to you more about that in a minute. But with the actual start of the build, 6 on sheep as usual, and then we're going to send 3 over to wood, so we only need 3 due to that sort of Cuman bonus. We don't really need to bank up a load of wood early on, and we can get to the feudal age easily enough with just the 3 on wood. So that's all we need. So that's what we're doing now, just sending 3 over to wood. So yeah, this particular game I played last night, the guy was clearly salty. He actually called GG at about 17 minutes, but then he didn't resign. He just carried on playing for an hour. So and the thing with it as well, it was all in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I can't understand Spanish whatsoever. I know buenas noches, that's about it. But that's yeah, so it was quite funny. He was putting so much salt in and I didn't understand the word he was saying. So once we've got the 3 on wood, we're going to send another out to lure the boar, and then essentially from this point onwards we're going to just be sending all the villagers to the town centre food. So we're not going to be going on to berries, not yet anyway. I'm just going to be getting those numbers up on the town centre food. But yeah, I am actually going to be doing a bit of a funny video for this salty game, where I essentially translate what he was saying into Google Translate. So do keep an eye out for that one. When I upload it, I will add it as an end card at the end of this video, so do keep your eye out for that. I'm also going to add an end card for me actually playing this in the ranked ladder. So yeah, as you can see, we've just made a house, so do make sure that you are adding houses when you need them. And as you can see, we are just still adding villagers to the town centre food. We've just lured that next boar in, and at this sort of point you want to be pushing a couple of deer in. Very important that you do push some deer in, or at least send 4 villagers to just long range hunt them if you're not comfortable at pushing deer. But it's very important that we do get the deer, because this will enable us to get double bit axe, it will enable us to get fletching, and it will enable us to be able to make some villagers as well. So without the deer you won't be able to do all of that. You may be able to just get one of the techs, but with this, because we are pushing the deer, we are able to get a couple of villagers in the feudal age, so we can start building up a little bit of an economy gradually. Although it is still very all in, and we will have a lot of town centre idle time, we can do something behind this, which is good. So once we get to 19 population, which is just in a second, we're going to take 3 villagers from the food, send them over to gold, and then essentially we're just going to keep on adding villagers. There will be another 3 villagers till we get to 22 population, and then we should be able to click loom and then click up to the feudal age. Now, unlike the Tati Rush build order that I've got on the channel, we are going to collect all of the sheep, all of the food. So you know, I think on that one we'll leave a sheep or 2 just to stand around eating grass, but in this one we're not, we're going to butcher them all. So just wait for this final villager to come out, collect all of that. But as soon as we do click up to the feudal age, we are going to be sending 7 from the food over to wood, which you'll see in a minute. I'll just fast forward. There we go. So 7 are going off the food now, going over to wood. And we're also going to send 2 villagers forward. So I don't actually know where the enemy is at this point. I'm still trying to find them. But we're going to guess that they're up in this direction, somewhere up the top there. But we are going to make a barracks with them first before they properly go forward. I'm just going to finish off those sheep. Probably about halfway to the feudal age, like those will be done, and we're just going to send them onto the straggler trees. And then by the time the field age comes in, they should have collected from one of the straggler trees that harvested the whole lot of wood. But yeah, just looking on the minimap, you can see I've sort of scouted around here and realised he's not here, so I figured he must be up in this section somewhere, so just sending the scout up there now. Now it is against the extreme AI, as always with my build orders, just because you know, I'm not a pro, so it doesn't always go to plan in terms of executing of the build order, and that's why I do it against the AI, because I can essentially just restart. But once we get to the field age, we're going to just immediately drop 2 archery rangers. We've got double bit axe coming in. They've finished chopping that wood, so they're going to go over to gold. And we've got 3 villagers queued up. Now we've got 3, you'll probably only afford 2. We've got 3 just because we had some cows, so we had a little bit of extra food. So the first one that comes out is going to go over to gold, and then the next 1 or 2, if you've got cows, are going to go over to the berries. I'm going to drop the blacksmith here as well as a house. And then as soon as these 2 ranges have been built, I'm going to get some archers, drop another couple of archery ranges, giving us the 4 in total, and then those villagers are just going to come back and go to berries. We are going to get a mill down here soon, and then we can get fletching as soon as the blacksmith comes up. We'll just see whether that comes in. Should do now, yep. And then we can just gradually keep adding villagers. So whenever we get 50 food, certainly that will start ramping up production once these villagers get back there and get on the berries. But at this point, just keep adding archers from the ranges. We are a little bit short on wood, so that's just purely because I had to make a house. And with us having the 4 ranges and producing from the town centre, you're going to be really on the ball with the houses, because you will get pop capped. So it might be worth adding a villager onto wood, or just adding a villager to do the house building for you, rather than sending it over to the food. But as you can see, we're getting quite a mass of them together. Now the AI has only just got the second range down, but they do have some archers in there, but not many. So against a real life opponent, you may have a few more archers pop out than that. But that is essentially it for this build order, guys. So at this point, you should be able to go in, raid the enemy economy, pick off villagers, and that is it. So do hit the like button, help the video to spread further. That would be very much appreciated, and I shall speak to you on the next one. Cheers.